Hey there guys, it's just Zanexia 2013. I was going to give you guys a brief survey of what to expect from Fallout DLC, spoiler free. Now, this is really just a survey of the mechanics that have been apparently changed or broken since the DLC was first released. You're going to notice one thing. If you're a rank 4 hacker, you'll end up beating this in literally less than 4 hours. Now, I think the total time, I kind of turned it off after an hour yesterday, picked it up today, I was done in 2 hours. The Automatron DLC literally will last you about 3 hours if you're a rank 4 hacker. And the reason is because you can literally hack every enemy that you're going to run across except for the Rust, and just simply shut it down and then set it into a nuclear explosion by making it self-destruct. Now, in terms of enemy strength, they're not strong at all. The enemies are not strong. There are multiple ways to defeat the Automatron. I'm not going to go into them, but I will say that there is a good way where you get the suit. There is also a bad way where you get a laser rifle. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but there you go, those are the rewards. Spoiler alert for the rewards, but whatever. I'm not going to tell you the facts or details in regards to that. I will say that the mechanics are solid in terms of, like, building robots. Building robots is really fun. I don't know how many you'll be able to build before the game starts crashing on you. I've already built, like, 3, I think, maybe 4. And I'm actually enjoying it. I'm enjoying the building of the robots. It's pretty cool. It makes me feel like an American president. So yeah, but needless to say, the actual DLC, I guess, the actual Automatrons, I want to say the Automatrons area is like, it's not very large. The scale of it is not very large. It's more of a wraparound of a smaller area, if that makes any sense. It seems large when you're walking through it, but it's really just because you're walking around, like, a central area. You're not getting a huge map, but they did add a lot of different things into the Automatron DLC. There's 2 different enemies now. There's the Robo-Brain. Okay, there's of course more robots, and then there's the there's the Rust Raiders, which are pretty interesting raiders that wear robot armor and pretty much worship robots. Now, I don't know if they're going to be a constant theme in the game, though. I don't know if once you're done with the Automatron DLC, if they just cease to be. If that's the case, then that's kind of sad. But you can always make your own versions of the robots that they would worship at your base. So, I mean, take from that what you will. You will end up getting an Exo-1 armor, because you're gonna, they think that you're going to need it, because I was in survival mode and I didn't fire a single round from my weapon the entire time. I'm a rank 4 hacker, so I didn't fire a single weapon from my gun the entire time. All I did was go into the robot and cause it to self-destruct. So I did that the entire playthrough, and I didn't have to fire a single round for, like, the entire time I was in the Automatron facilities. I won't say the entire DLC, because I just experimented with using the minigun when I was able to hack them and shut them down. But apparently you're able to hack them, shut them down, and blow them up. Now, I used the minigun just to poke fun at it, but really I didn't have to. So you're not even going to need to bring ammo when you go to the Automatron. Just make sure you have a healthy amount of stim packs and that your actual robot has a regenerative factor connected to it, so that when you're near it and you're away from enemies, you guys can heal each other. And you don't really need a whole lot of stim packs. I would say I made it through with maybe, at most, I may have used maybe, through the entire DLC, I might have used maybe 24 stim packs. So it wasn't that difficult. Even on survival mode, I found it to be quite a cheese fest. I was shredding it. So, I didn't really have to use any kind of weaponry at all. No melee, nothing. I was a rank 4 hacker. So rank yourself up, take on the Automatron DLC if you want it to be really easy. If you don't, however, want it to be really easy, and I'm sorry for the poor lighting in here, but my kid's watching TV, so I'm just kind of throwing that out there. If you don't want it to be really easy, then you might just want to, like, not invest in the hacking at all, and just, like, fucking let the robots fucking try to own you. Because honestly, I think that the hacking just breaks the automation DLC or any use for it. Like I said, I got through it in like less than 3 hours, so it was like it wasn't exactly disappointment in terms of the creativity aspect that it brought. The creating robots is awesome, but the enemies weren't really that awesome. In fact, I don't even think I fought Automatron. I just went around deactivating his robots, or her robots, and that was it. I didn't even fight Automatron. You don't even have to. You can totally pacifist this entire thing using no bullets and no actual aggression, just using hacking skills in the game. It's insane. But I just thought I'd lay this review. I'm going to give it, for what it brings to the table, I'm going to give, like, I guess the content itself, I'll give that a 4. Okay? But as far as difficulty, we're gonna go with a 2 there, because... No, fuck that. We're going with a 1 on difficulty. Because, like I said, if you're a rank 4 hacker, you go right through it. So we're gonna go 1 on difficulty. And on the scale of, size, we're definitely not gonna go with a high ranking for that. We're gonna go with, like, a 2. So that's, what did I say? For content, it was a 5. So yeah, that's 1 out of 5. The content, it does bring a lot of content into the actual Fallout 4 that wasn't there before. And really, I shouldn't even give it a 5. I'll give it a 4, just because the robots are one thing. Building robots is one thing, but we were really hoping for a DLC that brought a whole lot more to the table than it did. And honestly, it gave me 3 missions before I had to fight the Automatron. And I'm sorry, but one of my favorite DLCs for the Fallout franchise was, it'd have to be, I forgot which one it was, but, wasn't Fall Harbor. Fall Harbor's coming in this one. But, what is it, there is going to be a DLC for the, or there was a DLC for Fallout 3, and it was the, something pass or something. Anyway, you ended up in I think it's Maryland or something, and you start out near a carnival, and yeah, that was one of my favorite DLCs. I don't even freaking know what the name of it was now. I think it was Outlook something, I don't know. But it was a really good one, and they just didn't really hit the level of content that they usually hit. I have to say, while I like the ability to make robots, I'd have to say I was kind of disappointed in this DLC. So hopefully they brush things up with the next DLC, and we'll see that it gets maybe bigger. Now I know the next DLC is not going to really be a DLC as much as it's just add-on content. It's a workshop situation, kind of like this one was. Only you're going to be able to build better bases, I guess, or something. And then they're going to, like, give you, like, this one was just like, oh, we're giving you the ability to build robots. I wouldn't even go for it for the automate, or... I wouldn't even go for the automation, like, enemy right now, because the Mechanist was way too easy. I was able to talk him out of everything, so it was like, whatever. Oh my god, I just spoiled it. Anyway, you guys, this is an XU 2013 production, signing out. Peace.